wants to play some Tecmo Bowl? I do. Can you believe it is the first week of season 13 kicking off, and I am excited. Let's get this party rolling. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We got Flying High going up against the LI Loose V's. Pretty exciting matchup. Really jazzed. Jazzed, that's a new word that we're going to say never again. To see these teams come rolling out. Haven't checked out any of these builds. Don't know if these people have kept preseason teams, switched things up around. I know Nurses has often been a division opponent of mine with the Dynasty League, but no longer. Still think I get to kick the crap out of his son every once in a while, but that's just the way it is. So Eric loads it out, gets a dive. I think we're going to open the season with a TD score. How about that? The Loose V's start off. Eric Nurses tosses deep, or actually receives deep from Moki Zobayan. However the fuck you say it, I refuse to learn after all these years. There is pressure, but it does no good. That is how you want to start off your season if you're a fan of the Nurses. And I'm pretty sure I can count those people on one hand. Here comes Jackson. Jackson's got some speed. Look at him go. Hitting to the outside. Pretty solid return there out to the 37. He may break 1 or 2 this season or more. All right, Nick Foles is there. Slow Nick Foles. I'm guessing he went with the super slow, good passing stats QB setup. Right, we got an interesting thing this season where you had to choose what kind of player. You couldn't customize each individual stat, so you had 10 different archetypes to choose from. And of course, each one at different settings. He does have a man wide open, finds the wrong guy, and a brilliant step in front, pick off. And Flying High, this is not the start they dreamed of. Flying High has been a real contender here to have some serious teams. I think they've been in the Final Four several times. Preseason in the championship game, I believe. So a lot going on. He gets the dive. He gets the ball off. Did you see? Look at the game he's having. The pressure at his feet. He razors one right there. Very impressive. You ever just pick up random glasses of water sitting at your desk and drink it and wonder how old that shit is if anything fell in? That's what I just did. My lips are so chapped. All right, here comes Jackson. We saw his speed. Oh, hey, Jackson, here's a little hint for you. Don't run right into the guy, especially one of their strongest guys. Called play, a diving tackle at the ankles by Kelvin Philbin. Does have a man. Oh, and once again, that right outside linebacker, Michael Kushak, comes in with a stop. Now we've got motion. Nick Foles is there. Called play. He will escape. Wow, picks up a lot on that. That was Westbriar, but not nearly enough. He did a good job of preventing the safety, but that was about it. So let's see what the Charmar can do. It's a deep, deep kick from Roca. That guy gets flattened, but he takes a great angle through people, making people dive. A big open field tackle to prevent a huge gain, but a very impressive return. Zobayan's there. Does have a lot of pressure. Fires it. God, that play has worked brilliantly for him. Can he get a diver? He gets 2 and waltzes in. What a start for the Loose V's. 3 TD drives every time they've touched the ball. It's like my kids playing 7-on-7. Oh, they do get a block. So they are only up 20. You can see they really paid those 2 safeties there. You see those guys come streaking down at the bottom. One of the nice bonus there, you pay that safety, then he'll be a good blocker for you on the punt return. All right, they're trying that play right back at him, but that right outside linebacker has been studying film all season, and he is playing that to a T. There was a man wide open. This time they get it out to Waters, and so he tries to make it a manageable 3rd and 6. They do not want to have to punt again. What will they do? And, oh, the over-aggressive linebacker took a shitty angle, but he forced an errant throw to the wide-open wide receiver. Man, I thought he was going to get another sack. Oh, but he is angry and makes up for it and grabs the puncher, picks up the scrawny little dude, carries him 10 yards back, and slams him on the ground. And he almost ran into somebody, took a decent angle, almost teased him, like a fox teasing a dog on a leash, came right up close. Then they plunged it up the middle. Good play by that linebacker to shut her down. Will bring up a 3rd down. You wonder what they would do if they don't get it. Here comes motion. Are they just going to try that plunge again? And they do. The lineman was there, thought he had an angle, but the handoff is too crisp. And we are looking at 4 TDs in the first quarter. Trying to tie the Washington Redskin record in Super Bowl, whatever the fuck it was, where they absolutely demolished the Broncos. With a Super Bowl second quarter for the ages. 35 points, if you can believe that, folks. All right, here comes Jackson. Makes a decent move. Can he cut down? Oh, I thought maybe he could split the D there. Jackson's been about the only bright spot for these losers. All right, he's got a man wide open. He's got to connect. Does he throw it? Oh, my God. He stepped into it and fired it too far. Let's see if that right outside linebacker is going to read this play. Comes around the edge. Oh, instead, Brendan Hartlack says, let me get a sack. And he is there, and all of a sudden, flying high, staring at 3rd and 17. Once again, they leave him wide open. He's going to try to run for it like an idiot, and he will have to punt. What a bum. Oh-ho-ho. Did you see? Raka gets completely flattened. But he does get the ball off, and it is a pretty good kick. Jarmar making some decent moves here. Look at the open field. Oh, but the strong hands on one of those defenders prevented himself from getting blocked off. You see that, kids at home? Grab hold of that fucking jersey. A lot better than Jack did that goddamn door. And hang on to it. Pressure up the middle. Should have been a pick. Offensive player had to turn into the defensive player there. I feel like I could have said that more crisply. I'll do better next time. Oh, Reggie, I ain't white, but I really am. Comes in with a big sack. Flying up to the inside. And this is the first time, I believe, we're going to see a punt from Devaney. Down to Jackson. He will field it at the 10. A swarm of folks. He does a nice job hurling 1, but cannot fight off 6. Speaking of multiple guys, did you guys see Eddie Hall battling those 2 little fucks as Cruciata gets another huge sack? But it's pretty cool. These 2 135-pound MMA fighters agree to fight Eddie Hall in an MMA battle. And Eddie Hall's world's strongest man, and he just fucking completely demolished him. It was pretty neat. All right. God, this guy is just racking up sack after sack. Unbelievable here. It's like he's already feeling excellent, even though he can only be feeling good. They didn't give it to safety, though. So let's see what happens. Pretty good coverage here. They should just overwhelm this guy and tackle, which they do. Still inside the 50. So they start on flying high territory. This has been a one-sided game, and he's got multiple guys. Gets the jump. Man, they are clicking. Nurses Eric. Connects from Moki Zobayan, and it is a touchdown. Holy shitballs. You guys know, right? The 50-0 boiling water. I'm starting to hear that tea kettle simmer. And he doinks it in. Oh, you can see the condition change now on those 2 safeties, right? Not quite the exact same speed. Somebody either dropped to bad or somebody went up to good. I'm predicting somebody's in bad. All right, let's see where we're at. Double back set. They're going to try that shitty run play, which is just swallowed up. Let's not overlook the impressiveness of the D. for the nurses team. And this guy trying to go for MVP right off the bat. That's like his 8th fucking sack. Called play. They swarm in. Kelvin Philbin gets in. I mean, this is like freshman versus varsity right here. Just a complete fucking smackdown. Again, they've got 4 good guys up there to see what they can do to Charmart. Does get a block. Can he get around? Gets a bunch of divers and picks up an extra 10 or 12. Really shouldn't have had anything. So being back to pass. Oh, dangerous, but he threads the needle for a first. Double back set, called play. First time they get a little lucky. Loses 4. Needed a fumble, scoop, and score there to have any dignity left. Another called play, but he gets the ball off. Double covered, though, knocked away. 3rd and 14. Let's see if Reggie White can make his presence be known. And he does. Reggie, I ain't, but I am, is there. So Devaney with a second punt. This looks like it's too deep for Jackson. Probably happy he doesn't have to field the return. Can flying high get anything going? They keep calling this play, and fucking Cruciata has just dialed that up. Honestly, that's like my 5-year-old kid when in soccer when he realized he could just steal the inbounds pass and score at will. And I basically had to tell him to let other people play. Cruciata with another sack. Holy shitballs. Let's see if this guy, now they're just trying to prevent safety mode. He does at least make it out for 2 yards. And down he goes. That's what happens, folks, when you're not going full speed and the other team is. Brian Westbrook is out. In comes Byers. And I gotta say, it's a little unfair. I believe almost all these players should be black, and yet they are white. Flying high was obviously high when he made this thing. And so they do get the fumble. And so they will start a tiny bit of brief. But yeah, nothing but white guys. I know Foles is a white guy, but everybody else should be black. So that's unacceptable. And so Jackson is there. They find him across the middle. Can we get a score here? Oh, this will be interesting. 25-24, so they will call a play. What are they going to go for? Is this a handoff? No, and of course, Cruciata with the fucking sack. So that's going to trot out the field goal unit to try to save just the tiniest bit of face. Let's see what can happen. Can anybody come through? Looks like it'll be an okay kick. Close enough in. They do manage to put 3 on the board. David Akers, another properly white guy. And the Charmart gets tackled immediately. So we're basically just fucking... keep on rolling. 1 extra play. Another called play. In fact, he doesn't want to go down, but finally does. Brandon Graham gets his name called over the loudspeaker, and his mom is now smiling and thanking all of the people around her. So there it is, halftime. Loose V's coming out. Smothering. Here comes Jackson, weaving his way. Gotta cut up. Oh, this could be it. He's got 1 man to beat. Gets the diver. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. All right, we said he was their one bright spot. The white Deshaun Jackson, the great white hope, comes in. Look at the speed of him. Flying through. And, oh, and they don't even put on the little cherry on top there. So it is 34-9. Could this be one of the greatest comebacks of all time? Charmart gets free, only to run immediately into the waiting arms of another tackler. Let's see if they'll start running the ball more. They will not. Although they had WR1 wide open. But instead he checked it down. Loses 7. Here comes this play. A lot of pressure. That right outside linebacker's like, maybe I can do it too. But unfortunately, you don't have the same talent, son. It's D1 versus D2. You ain't there yet. Lot of pressure. He takes a weird angle, steps up and finds Eric. Gets a diver, he picks up his feet, and he is going to be high stepping into the end zone just when you thought the tiniest glimmer of life might come from flying high. No siree, Bob. The players are thinking about going on, clearly coming out on strike essentially because of the wrong color. Race relations is tense in the hometown of Flying High. Jackson gets it again. He's a speedy fuck. Gets around people. Gets a diver. Touchdown, Jackson. He's like, I don't care about this fucking team. I want people to talk about me. There ain't no IN team, but there sure as shit is a me. So he's added to his highlight reel 2 punt returns. Wowzers. Akers fires it deep, feeling a little bit good as special teams starts to roll. Charmart got to take it out of his own end zone, and cannot even find the 5. Here comes a shitty-ass run play, but it's completely blocked. However, Shea decides, now I'm not going to go where there's wide open green space. I'm going to try to create an A-B gap. And it was not successful. Now it's 3rd and 14. Can they get the ball back? Are they just going to do the cheesy little pitch? They are. Will he even get out of the end zone? He does. But it's a punt time again. So after a blistering start. Oh, and they do get a safety there. Looks like their right outside linebacker has shifted into good. Got a little more speed. And here we go. The star of the team, Deshaun. Coming running through. Oh, but remember, Deshaun, you're not strong, you're fast. Get out of the middle. Here comes Foles. God, they love leaving WR2 wide the fuck open. If he can connect with him, a lot of pressure in his face. Oh, and it had just enough. Check out the vertical on Carmichael. To leap up and catch. Nick Foles finally connects. Gotta feel a little good about that under pressure. The kick is nothing there, so it's good. It is only 16 points, folks. And I will say it is easy as shit to recover onside kicks in this one. So no lead is safe. A lot of pressure at his feet. And he just throws it away. Looking a little rattled back there. Everybody's covered. He's going to try to loft it. Oh, should have been picked. I think the one defender knocked it away from the other one. A lot of pressure. Reg. And this time it is INT to Vincent. Almost a better play because they would have had to punt to Deshaun Jackson, who might have taken it for another TD. Called play. This one's okay when it's called. Oh, he can't connect on a wide open man. All you got to do is just loft it up and let him run under it. It's not that fucking hard. A lot of pressure. Oh, Foles. Terrible decision. Better watch out. God, you'd think you'd learn, but apparently we got no AI going on here. Cruciata comes in. Look at that. They finally tie him up. RB2 actually grabs hold of his jersey. Still holding. And Charmart, thankful that fucker's in the end zone. Gonna toss it. It was actually a good job to come back to the ball and get that first. Now the pitch. The line opens up nicely for him. Oh, but he coughs up, running loose with the ball. And Troy Vincent, who has a decent amount of speed, grabs it. He's at the 20. Can't fight anybody off. I thought maybe we'd get a quick hurl, but he's down at the 10. They score here. We got ourselves a game, folks. Who would have thought? Coming back from 34-0. Or, yeah, 34-0. Holy shit. 2nd and 10. And anybody open? What's he going to try to throw? He finds Carmichael. I thought there was a defender there. There is. There is. You just can't see the block out. Carmichael said he used that big body and fucking catches it. Look at this. And as time expires in the 3rd quarter, it is down to a 9-point game. Look at that 3rd quarter, 29 fucking points. And they say, fuck it, we're going onside. And look at the sea of green. I told you, folks, I told you. You're going to get onsides about 50% of the time if you paid your people right. Called play, they're angry, right? And they're going to resort to cheating because that's what they need to do. Foles is there. Again, a called play. Look at the speed of the defensive back when he is jacked up. Got 3 called plays in a row. Somehow he gets the ball off. Who would have thought you're not allowed to complete this pass? Unbelievable. But he doesn't get the first, but they say, fuck it, 4th and 1. We are going for it. Is he going to try that play again? Carmichael is going to stuff him, but he gets blocked off. Too aggressive. Tosses it to the other. Carmichael, touchdown. It was Cruciato, whatever. I can't fucking think. There's pandemonium going on around me. Nick Foles fires it in. Unbelievable. Bounced off a guy. This will be good. And it is a 2, read that right, 2-point game. And they say, fuck it, we're going onside again. Takes another bounce, and Green has it, folks. Green has the ball with 4 minutes left. Gonna try to loft it. Oh, that should have been picked, especially with those high-paid safeties there. Foles comes in. He's going to have a little dump off. He decides to go deep to Jackson, but it's a pick. He got greedy. Torrey is there. Comes up, and they drag him down at the 12. Torrey Wells, one of my favorite porn stars of all time, makes a huge pick. And he's going to take off. Nice movement in the pocket. Finds Corin, who then gets a couple of divers and picks up some serious yak right there. This is a big drive. TD would give him some serious cushion. Shia gets nothing. What are they going to try here? They bounce Reggie. He's got his man down at the bottom. Phase Gab. Oh, a diving attempt. No good. Touchdown. He went for the ball instead of the man. Debatable. I don't blame him. But did not deflect it. It went right past his fingertips. Caught in stride. And he ran right back in. But it is not over. It is not over. We got, what, a 9-point game. Relatively short kick. Here comes Deshaun. We know he's lethal. Can he hit to the outside? No, he's got to get to the outside. Can these guys get something going? They've only done well when they started on the other side of the field. Again, they leave somebody wide open. You got to throw that ball, you fool. 131. Can he throw it? Can he throw it? He does. I think this time he'll connect with him. Yes, in stride. Look at the speed, but it doesn't matter. Huge 25-yard pickup, 110. They've got to score with enough time to score again. Oh, he's got a man. He's got to throw it. Oh, he had his guy wide the fuck open. Oh, this is going to be a sack. Oh, they tie him up. They tie him up. Jackson is there. Can we see the speed? The legendary speed. He's in. He's touchdown. Jackson high steps. Gets decked at the end. Someone will be fined for that, but it doesn't matter. Nick Foles scores. Unbelievable. This is key. This is now a 2-point game. All they need is an onside and a field goal. Onside and a field goal. Check this shit out. Look at it's a kick right to it. They recover the ball. They have recovered the onside. 30 seconds to go. 10 yards. Can the blocker pick him up? He cannot. He's flattened. Cruciata says, fuck you. 21 seconds, loss of 8. They're going to try the same play, live or die by it. Cruciata gets around. Fuck you again. Look at that. 10 seconds. This is it. They've got no time for a field goal. They have to get a TD here. They block the man. Oh, he's going to get sacked and destroyed. He cannot. Cruciata with literally 13 goddamn sacks. Unfucking believable. 389, 68%. Almost the best comeback in TSB history. Falls just short. But you saw it here, folks. You saw how easy it is to get the onside if you've got some well-paid safeties. So be prepared. Be prepared for misery, comeback, joy, all rolled into one. Kind of like eating a Hot Pocket.